Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Crypto Live. Actually, we've got a fun tutorial here today. We got our buddy from Prop Trading Land, Richard Grissom, Griss, here with us today to try and explain how he has put together this concept of the matrix. And we used to always love talking about how we can see the matrix. And I've often made reference to it in our chat rooms and in some of our school programs. And so we have him here today as a special treat. He's put together some really cool charts that, of course, he follows on a daily basis. And he's here just to try and help us understand how the matrix works. So, Mr. Grissom, how are you today?
Good, Brian. How are you? How's everything going?
Fantastic. So I basically, this is going to just be a quick little tutorial for us. Hell, I'm probably going to learn as much as the audience. So, Griss, as soon as you're ready, take us into the matrix and school us a bit here today. Go.
Sure, thanks. The main thing here is it looks really messy, and of course it is. And the Matrix is messy. If you watch the movie, very few people can understand it. But once you start to focus in, you start to see what it's actually telling you. And what we've done here on this big monthly view is this is actually a weekly. Let me go out to a month.
And that's the US dollar index we're looking at,
This
correct?
is the US dollar index. So what we do is we just take all the swing highs and swing lows. The major swing highs, the very peaks, are yellow lines. And then we have the monthly lines, which are using the bodies and wicks of the major order blocks, like the bullish order blocks and also the bearish order blocks on these major swings. So these are the big moves over the last 20 years. And then when we zoom in on, say, an hourly chart, this is when the matrix really starts to become clear. So you can see right over here on Sunday, this low, when we hit down there the other day, when the dollar dropped on the China news, it just nailed one of those swing highs, which is one of our yellow lines there. And then you can see as it climbs back up, your perfect entry would have been here on this monthly line, which was the 93.69 level. And it just basically shows you where daily highs are going to be. Right now we're coming up into that 96.65 area, and there we've got another major yellow line there, which is a swing high. And then you can just see how price structure just really starts to fall in line with these major levels. And when you zoom on in even into a 15-minute, it gets really clear. So just like the movie, if you look back at the movie, how he could see the bullets and stop the bullets and the whole thing. Most people say you can't predict what the daily high is going to be, but you can see on multiple occasions just on this 15-minute chart how many daily highs and lows were predicted almost to the penny.
And so the vertical lines there, are they denoting the new day session? Is that correct?
That's day dividers, yeah.
Okay. And do you like hey, we've got, who do we have in the house? Hey, Thomas made in. Hi. Do you drill down specifically? Like I see this sell-off here came down, and we had almost like a little bit of a confluence of a number of horizontal support and resistance line kind of ideas there.
Right.
But then the market pushed down in another leg further. So how would you have interpreted that action right there, just like a day or so ago off of that low?
Let's see, and this is the other one. This is more of a drilled down matrix to where you're looking mostly just at the current range that we've been in on the dollar. And if we go out on the weekly, you can see where we're grabbing those lines. Those are using the same order blocks, but we're not using the full 20-year view here. We're just using the last 2015 view. And you just bring out your order blocks, your bullish, and you use the wicks, you use the bodies. And then you come on down into the daily and the 4 hour. The 4 hour is purple, the daily's blue, and the green is weekly. So now you bring this on down into a 15-minute chart, And I use this basically to trail stops and sort of know where if my position is going to get resistance. A lot of times I've got my max profit on trades on the euro and the British pound just because you can see it stalling out on one of these lines, and this is more the confluence. I watched this on another time frame. So, but the other lines, the monthly lines, are the key lines for me.
Cool. So, are you saying I'm trying to, and I'm assuming I've never used horizontal support and resistance before. I'm really interested in it. I love the idea of the matrix. And would you suggest that people hunt for like clusters of these lines to suggest trade location? Would you suggest you incorporate any other sort of parameters into actually taking the trade around these levels? That's sort of what I'm going for here, Richard. What do you think?
I look for quick acceptance and quick rejection. So if you're going, if the price is dropping hard and it stops, to the penny on one of these monthly lines, and you see your 15-minute turnaround with no hesitation, no bouncing around down there, going through it, coming back up through it. But when you see dead cold stop, the big guys have protected that level. And
Ah,
it may be a level that's 10 years old, who knows, but that's when we were at price there on the dollar in the past. And it just, like, here last Wednesday, you can see it just nailed it. The high of
yeah.
the day, just, when you see
Yep.
that quick reaction on a 15, 5 is not as clear. Find that Wednesday. See it there? We had like 15 minutes worth of sitting up there and then dropped off quickly,
Can
very
you zoom
quickly.
in on that candle there? Is that a candle chart you're looking at? It looks like it.
Hmm.
Yeah. It'd be interesting to see if there's like a fractal or a double top. Now that's interesting right there. If you
That's that
really,
90. That's that 96 line.
yeah. So, I like the idea that it sets up a trade location. You know me, I'm chicken shit by nature, so I don't know whether I could have pulled the trigger on that, but I can understand a little setup coming in off of that, a tag of that level and a reversal.
Well, I
You're,
just set up alert. I just set up alerts for the day, and then once a couple of them hit, then it tells me to get alert and alive and start watching closely. But
cool.
you
All
know,
right. Actually, we have somebody in the class that are in the tutorial, or yeah, what do we call this? An interview? I don't know. Anyway, in our little video here today, Thomas, I don't know whether he has audio or not, but he actually just took the horizontal support and resistance and trendline tutorial. So I'd be curious, Thomas, do you have any questions for Griss and his horizontal, his matrix? Not to put you on the spot, but you decided to pop into the hangout here, so I thought I'd pick your brain. Is he here? Oh, it doesn't look like it. Oh, there he is. Oh, he's on the phone. He's probably placing a trade right now with his broker. All right. Well, okay. So I think we've gotten a basic, tutorial here for horizontal support and resistance. Yeah, we have recorded this, so you can watch it later, Thomas. So that's cool. We'll post this for the site, and if anything, site members who watch this video, if you have any questions, by all means, get back to me, and I'll pick Richard's brain, and we'll see whether we can maybe even do this on a semi once every blue moon kind of basis. But anyway, thank you very much, Richard. That was really awesome. Thank you for the
you're
quick
welcome. Thanks for the
tutorial.
time. Thanks for the opportunity. It's just it's uh, it's not hard stuff. It's drawing a tic-tac-toe board on your chart, and you just wait for it to show up.
Exactly. So I'm just curious, now that we're coming into, what time is it here? About 10 o'clock here. We're on, I guess, turnaround Tuesday. Would you be hunting a trade setup off of this upcoming yellow line here on your chart, or are you leaving that alone?
No, I trade London Open and New York Open on the forex side. I
Ah,
don't
interesting.
yeah,
So if
I don't go late in the day. No.
Okay. All right. All right. Why don't we leave it at that, everybody? Have yourself a great day. Thank you very much, Griss, for popping in, and we'll talk to you all real soon. Bye
Thanks.
for now.